Kunene, Deputy President of Patriotic Alliance, Acting Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, MMC of Transport of the City of Johannesburg. So it seems like Kunene remains in office. He has not officially been suspended because Gayton McKenzie, his best friend, doesn't actually have the right to suspend him from the government position. Gayton can only suspend him from the party. Johannesburg Mayor is still applying his mind to the fate of mayoral committee member MMC for Transport Kunene, who remains in office more than 2 days after police found him at the Sandton house of a man accused of being a criminal. Morero is under pressure to act on Kunene after his party, the PA, suspended him from all activities for 30 days or at least a month from the MMC position. The party, however, cannot remove Kunene from his post, as only the mayor has the prerogative to remove or replace MMCs. The question is, did Gayton know about this when he announced this particular move? The Patriotic Alliance, however, can recall him as a councillor, which surprisingly hasn't been done. So the one thing they actually can do, they haven't done. And so that's interesting to look at. Morero also faces pressure from opposition parties in the city, which argue, of course, that keeping Kunene in the position undermines the credibility of Johannesburg executives considering the situation. Morero has several options, including appointing someone in an acting capacity or selecting a candidate that's brand new or asking Kunene to just take leave of absence, all of which, of course, will have different implications, especially if Kunene is ultimately cleared, as he has clung onto his innocence. Morero's spokesperson Chris Vondo said that the mayor had not made a decision. I'll repeat that. The mayor had not made a decision about the suspension, guys, of Kunene, and was still consulting various stakeholders. The mayor is still getting briefings from various parties. Again, guys, I asked the question, why did Gayton announce that he is suspending Kunene as an MMC when he knows full well that he has no right to do so, has no ability to do so? So basically, he just did a whole lot of nothing. Okay, guys, so this is further complicated by the fact that the office of the speaker, to whom political parties actually send these letters recalling councillors, they haven't received any formal written communication from the PA about Kuni's suspension from the party. So nothing's been written. There's nothing formally that has been done. So there's a whole lot of nothing that has been done. Patriotic Alliance spokesperson Steve insisted Kenny has been placed on a 30-day leave of absence from both positions. And he was referring to both Kenny's position as MMC as well as deputy leader of the PA. So he'd still be getting paid, but suspended from these activities. But technically not suspended because it has to be in writing and it has to come from the right person, neither of which has happened in this particular case. So it's understood that the party is still weighing its options before it informs the speaker and Morero. A meeting with coalition partners is scheduled to take place. That's the GNU. Kunene is most likely to be removed from MMC and remain as an ordinary council member, if history is anything to go by. We'd remember that in 2024, Gwamanda was dismissed from his role as MMC for community development following his arrest for allegedly being involved in some fraudulent insurance scheme. Now, found at the scene, Kunene was suspended by the PA, remember, after a visit, details of which remain a bit unclear, a bit foggy. So he arrived at the home of Katiso Mulife, who was arrested in connection with the 2022 drive-by shooting that killed Opa Sifuka, best known as DJ Somebody. So DJ Somebody and his bodyguard passed away or died after their vehicle was riddled with bullets in Woodmead, Johannesburg. Now, police have also fingered Mulife for the killing of Aman Swart, an engineer from Vereeniging. Swart was murdered after his company reportedly raised flags about some corruption in terms of price gouging related to a Transnet tender. Now, McKenzie believes Kenny Kunene was set up, although he has provided no evidence. He doesn't believe he was set up. He says it was pure coincidence. I have no proof, but I just have a gut feeling that he was set up. That's what he told the journalists. On the decision to place Kunene on suspension while an investigation was being conducted, McKenzie said it was important to set a precedent. and position the party for the 2026 local government and 2029 general elections. We are showing people what type of government that we're getting in 2029 when they vote for us. Basically, they're saying that if you vote for the Patriotic Alliance, you're going to get a government who is going to make decisions that they're not allowed to make, therefore, in effect, are not making those decisions. They're just saying that they're making those decisions. Right, Mackenzie has insisted that as early as Friday, a credible team of lawyers will be appointed to look into the matter. Of course, that's today, guys. Although Mackenzie believes in Kunene's innocence, he says what happened was really unfortunate and that leaders need to be mindful of the company they keep. Called Kenny too accessible. We as the party believe his version of the events. We know the character of the man and we have to do the right thing no matter how hard it is. People must understand that we've worked very hard to rebuild our reputations coming from jail. And I'm speaking for Mr. Kunene as well.
If there's a murder that happened and there's only two suspects, me and Kenny, I must be the main suspect. Kenny Kunene can't handle flight.